Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how birthdays are rituals. Yes, let's talk about it. But before we start, I just want to say I hope everyone is coming with an open mind. I know sometimes we get in a loop of confirmation bias and you just want to watch things that you agree with, but it's always awesome to view the other side. So I know a lot of people, I don't know a lot of people, but I know sometimes you get caught up in just wanting to hear things that you agree with. So I don't know if you're going to agree with every single thing I say, but nonetheless, please come with an open mind and let's talk about it. So, okay, how do I break this down? I was watching a video about Prince. You know, the infamous Prince, Mr. Purple Rain himself, Prince. When Doves Cry. You know, he is a legend, an icon, right? And Mel B from the Spice Girls, if you guys remember the Spice Girls, which I loved as a kid, Mel B was interviewing Prince. And mind you, this interview is from maybe the 90s or the early 2000s, okay? So Mel B was interviewing Prince, and she was like, "You look great. You know what? You look amazing." And he said, "It's because I don't celebrate birthdays." And I was watching, and he goes on to explain why. And he's basically saying, we're only born one day, right? When we're born, you know, you come out of your mother's womb, you're born. You're not born every year, right? So he says that he doesn't celebrate birthdays because not only is it a pagan holiday, which that's a whole nother video, but just keeping it on the surface, we're not born every year, right? So I was thinking, like, you know what? That is so true. If anything, it should be an anniversary, right? Because every year we're celebrating. So, like, for example, if you and your man are together, you're gonna celebrate an anniversary because you already acknowledge that you guys have come together. And then after that, every year, you're just celebrating the fact that you have a union, right? So birthdays, we're not born every year, okay? So I was like, you know what? That is so true. If anything, it should be an anniversary. But beyond that, walk with me. Beyond that, birthdays are a ritual, okay? I believe birthdays are a ritual, okay? When you have a birthday, what do? You sing happy birthday to you, right? And what is that? That is a chant, okay? That is a chant. And in essence, it's a spell, right? Okay? Not only do you sing happy birthday, what do you have? You have a cake and you have a candles, right? You have a cake, you have a candles. And then what do they say to you? Make a wish. Okay, they say make a wish, close your eyes, and make a wish. Okay, so in essence, you are putting a spell, you are saying a chant, right? And everyone is affirming that you are getting older. So you're like, okay, yay, I was 30, now I'm 31, which I'm not 31, I'm a little older. But, so you're saying, okay, last year I was 30. This year, I am 31. What is behind I am? Anything behind I am is an affirmation. So you are affirming to your mind, to your body, to your soul that I am older now, right? So anything behind I am is an affirmation. And you're saying, my birthday was last year, but now I am 31. So your body's like, okay, we're older now, wrinkle, or whatever, right? So not only are you, in essence, manifesting growing older, it's a spell, it's a whole, like, ceremony. And I know some people are going to be like, okay, it's not that deep, but it kind of is that deep, right? Because he made a great point. He says he doesn't age because he doesn't celebrate his birthday. And when you don't celebrate your birthday, you're not affirming that you're older, right? You're not affirming, like every single year, you're not affirming. And then also, guys, when you're in a group setting, your affirmations are more powerful. Okay? Your affirmations are more powerful. So not only are you affirming that you're older, everyone who came to your birthday party, that energy is being sucked in, right? And you guys are all affirming and you guys are all agreeing that you are older. So what do? You start looking older sometimes. You start feeling older sometimes. You start getting older because you and everyone around you has affirmed that you are older. Okay? I know we're going down the rabbit hole. I know. But walk with me. Okay? So, when he mentioned that, I was like, oh my goodness. And just imagine it this way. Imagine it being like a dark night and you're having candles and you're saying some crazy stuff. Like, that's exactly what you do with the birthday. But birthday is supposed to be like, you know, positive and just, yay, we're celebrating. But that whole thing could be a whole ceremony for something that's not positive. So not only is it a pagan holiday, you know, something that we celebrate, I do think that birthdays, you're affirming that you're older. And in essence, you're manifesting age. Oh, right? So when I've been doing some research and, you know, I did just have a birthday, but I didn't have, you know, the happy birthday song sang to me. And I went on a birthday trip, but I didn't say like, oh, it was my birthday trip. I just took my babies on a trip. But this year I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to celebrate my birthday. And I appreciate getting older, and I think it is a blessing, right, to live on this planet in this physical form for another year. But I don't know if I'm going to actually have a birthday party or if I even want to celebrate my birthday, right? Because I don't want to affirm that. I don't want to affirm that. I don't know. So that was just something that was on my mind. I believe that birthdays are rituals. And I believe that when you say, I am this age, I am that age, you're affirming, right? And when you affirm, you're manifesting that you are older, and other people are giving you that energy, and the energy is just compounding, right? It's almost like when you are going out with your friends, right? And you guys have a toast. All of you all are putting energy in the atmosphere that this is going to be a good night or whatever. So sometimes you toast, I want to toast to everybody, you know what, getting in great relationships or whatever. So you're all toasting. So you're all affirming. That's why they say, like, when you have a toast, well, I toast. When I have a toast, I'm affirming positive, like, okay, success, love, you know, happiness, health, and wealth, right? You know, and when you have more people affirming with you, that just makes that manifestation even that much stronger. So that's why toasting even came to be, right? Well, that's the way I look at it, at least. That's the way I look at it, at least. But I just want to come on here and say birthdays are a ritual, and I am curious of what your thoughts are. Do you guys believe that as well? Do you believe that it has anything to do with manifestation? You're manifesting, you know, getting older, and you're affirming. Do you agree with me? I would love to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section. And yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, so thank you. Have an amazing day and be blessed.
Birthdays? You don't like birthdays?
No.
No, not into that.
No. We came here not knowing that we were going to die. Somebody told us that. And if we never knew we were going to die, we wouldn't celebrate a birthday. You had how many birthdays?
Me? What do you think?
Well, I know that you had one birthday.
Yeah.
You
When
were
was it?
born
Yeah.
on a certain day. You had
Absolutely.
no more birthdays after that. So I don't celebrate birthdays, so that stops me from counting days, which stops me from counting time, which allows me to still look the same as I did 10 years ago, just like that lady said.